I'm Jacob. I'm a paramedic from Poland. I'm also TC3 NAMT instructor, and I'm 34 years old, and I'm second year in Ukraine to help military guys to provide training, medical training, and all supplies they need for medical evacuation. So first, when I was in Ukraine, that was contract with MOAS organization. It's Italian organization which provides 40 ambulances with off-road capabilities, and I was one of paramedic in few places like Zaporizhia, Kramatorsk and Izium area. So my job was to evacuate casualties in a qualified ambulance, providing good medical transport. My hospital was pretty close to front line, like 13-14 kilometers, and we was Role 1 hospital, so we receive patients as a first professional medical unit, and we was pretty close to the front line. And once time there was a attack on our village, and cluster ammunition hit our hospital, destroying 3 ambulances, and some shrapnels go inside to the hospital's rooms, but no one was hurt this day. So we was basically lucky, and one grenade hit our wall from the Smerch rocket, and many artillery like HIMARS and stuff, this shoots very close to our hospital. So I see two things in Ukraine. Like, this country is very similar to my country when I was a kid, like 20 years ago. We still fighting with post-Soviet area in Poland. This country needs fight much more than our country. So our history is very similar in this topic. So I see a lot of brave people, a lot of people which can learn, they want to learn, they buy a lot of equipment, like high-end equipment to fight. They bought a lot of vehicle like this one to fight, because army doesn't have enough equipment. And that was positive surprise and negative surprise also. Like, half of people is very experienced in fighting, and another is they don't want to fight. A lot of them escape. So we need to provide a lot of help, because morale was high. Right now morale is, I think, lower than at the beginning. So our mission is to provide good training, good equipment, so they can continue fighting, basically. People are tired. We don't see end of this conflict. New soldiers, they are right now older than first units that was created at the beginning. A lack of young soldiers, creating situation that older people are not so capable for new knowledge. They are not so open for training they are not so open to make trenches for physical work also. Like we teach drag carry person technique, like one soldiers try to evacuate another soldiers. So the health is not so great with this type of soldiers. Lack of equipment, lack of vehicles, because a lot of vehicles was destroyed. So we still need to provide new vehicles. Yeah, of course. Right now, a lot of European countries see Ukraine as the best army in Europe, basically. A lot of soldiers bought good equipment for them, so we see like 90% of your soldiers have bulletproof vest with some type of hard plate, good type of helmets, etc. In Poland, if we like right now create 500,000 soldiers, I guarantee you like 80% will have like some old type of helmet or old type of vest. So a lot of people know they need to invest in their safe, so they buy good quality tourniquets. So for this project we need a car especially for forest evacuation. So I found sponsors to buy equipment for this car, because this car I bought for my money. It's a Land Cruiser with special diesel engine which is capable to drink whatever diesel you put in, but it's capable for a one-lane patient, and we have a lot of space behind me for a kneeling position for a medic. At the roof we have evacuation equipment like a shovel, traction boards, everything to escape from mud without help, anyone's help. So we also have a winch with second rope, so we can reach to up to 50 meters. So we don't need to call anyone to evacuate ourselves from the mud. And we create this vehicle especially for a position of one of the battalions. We supposed to use this vehicle, but because earlier evacuation of this battalion, for this moment we didn't use it for a medical evacuation, but we did a lot of training for this battalion. We also have a trailer with equipment. Sponsors bought me a big trailer. We will have a mannequin and hand for a wound packing training. So next time when we came to Ukraine, we will have like whole training center in this vehicle, and we can pack all the training stuff to the trailer, and then we can use this vehicle as an ambulance. In a trailer, of course, we have all medical supplies, like we use some hemostatic agents, we're gonna use some IVs, fluids, etc. I can refill all ambulance in my own logistics center. Yeah. So this is professional mission, medical mission, and training mission. A lot of soldiers came to me a few days ago, and they said that previous mission, when we trained few weeks, all crew, they said they use 100% of our training. So they said exactly that they put tourniquets, of course, but they also wound pack. Especially one time they wound pack neck, arteria, and guys survived this. And they also use drag techniques like person dragging technique, stretchers, of course. And they said our previous training saved a lot of people, so that's a big motivation for me personally to come back here and train another people again. So my role in this project is to help with medical training and to provide medical equipment for other ambulances in battalion. Batman invited me for this project to help with all the training, but my specialization is medical training as a TC3 instructor. So yeah, basically that's my role. It was a plan that after training mission all people will go to the front line, so there will be no time for training. So my role as a paramedic is also provide help. So the idea was I'm gonna transfer from instructor to paramedic, and we prepared this vehicle for forest. Right now we left forest position. We don't know what kind of terrain will be in the new positions, but I think this vehicle is capable to do good job, evacuate some people if medics will need my help. So this is multi-task mission. I'm a paramedic, so I can be a paramedic, and I am instructor, so when it's needed, I'm instructor. So I was on a shift, 48-hour shift as a ambulance. I waited for patients. Luckily that day there was only few green patients, so my ambulance with defibrillator, with respirator, with all, let's say, high-end stuff was not needed that day, at that shift. So we transport patients in a regular vehicle, which was capable to take all of them once. Every time I was ready to go to the forest to get wounded people from vehicles which should be bulletproof, and bulletproof vehicle should take casualties from the front line to the end of the forest, and then we should take people from there. We know that situation is army doesn't have this type of vehicles a lot, so people use normal vehicles to do this job. So battalion use like Buchanka vehicle for that purpose. There was also Nissan Pathfinder, and my vehicle was supposed to be next vehicle. Commander doesn't want to risk this vehicle and me as an instructor, so he said that it's not a good idea to take this vehicle to the danger zone. So I was in a, let's say, yellow zone, because artillery all day was trying to hit our positions. In this area there was a lot of shelling. Probably the most was 150 millimeters artillery, and I was also lucky that in my shift nothing hit directly in my position, but everything at front, at the back of my position, left and right was like many times, 40-50 times was hit by artillery. So that's my perspective. Luckily, any medical evacuation was never directly hit, but it's only luck. First of all, I am capable to bring help. I know from my army and your army there's a lack of knowledge about tactical medicine, field medicine. So right now I felt that I'm needed here, not so much in Poland. And my motivation was pure help. And because I have possibility and I have time, I'm still I'm not a father, so no one need to like wait for me in Poland. So who should be here if not me? Yeah, it was frustrating to sit in Poland and just watch, knowing that I have so much capabilities to train people and to provide medical help. So even if I'm a volunteer, I don't get any money for that, I'm still want to be here. And right now it's even more motivation, because it's more personal, because I know people from this battalion, other instructors. We became to be in like friends. So right now my motivation is to provide help directly for them and for their battalion. So in my case, I bought vehicle which was almost ready. So we have plates protecting everything underneath. We have baggage storage on the top, snorkel, winch, etc. But still, this creating this platform for a patient, reset everything with engine, with everything with wheels, etc. This took 3 months. A lot of work was delayed in Poland, so the plan was I'll be here with this vehicle at May. So another few months I will work with battalion. Unfortunately, I was here 3 weeks ago, so 3 months later than we think I will finish this car. So I was here on basically the end of the rotation, so there was no possibility to be on the shift as ambulance. So it's pretty important to have sponsors fast enough to be able to help people, because probably I should transport like 100 patients in those few months or something like this, and I was late, so there was no possibility to help. And my help was pure providing equipment. We changed fake tourniquets, a lot of fake tourniquets in individual first aid kits for real medical tourniquets. We train people how to put those tourniquets, how to wound pack, how to secure chest area, and how to transport casualties. Every soldier should have this knowledge, because first 20 minutes always soldiers will be only each other. They can only help each other by themselves, medics will arrive probably not quicker, never, than 20 minutes. So yeah, some soldiers was new. They never was on any medical training, so we quickly showed them everything. And it's a never-ending story, because we will never finish our job. Always there will be new people. Always we need to train more. We need to show more advanced techniques for every medic, every soldier, because as we can see in this conflict, evacuation took like standard evacuation take 4 hours. So we need to train more people for prolonged field care, because standards from US, like in 1 hour, this golden hour patient is in a hospital, is totally not realistic in here. So we need to train more medics capable for few hours with a patient. So my previous training mission with Winged Hussars was to prepare soldiers for a first deployment, and unfortunately I was not able to participate in a medical evacuation at this time with this deployment, but still I'm happy, because many of those soldiers said that my training and training we provide 4 months ago saved a lot of people, helped them a lot. They felt confidence going there with good tourniquets, with knowledge what to do in this scenario, what to do in that scenario. So confidence also give soldiers morale. They want to fight. They are not afraid to go there. So still I'm happy that I was not able to provide medical evacuation, but I provide a lot of good medicine in the field. So I hope in the future I can be again and again and again to provide help for this Winged Hussar project. Thank you for attention. Thank you for listening this podcast. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.